let's talk a little bit more about the red pill. All right. I was blind, and then I could see. You know, all my life I was raised, you know, with a fucking stick in a box. And they gave me that box, and I went out into the backyard, and I took that stick, and I dug a fucking hole. And I put the dirt in the fucking box, and that was my toy. I didn't have no fucking toys. Barely had a place to live most of the fucking life and shit like that. You can name all your struggles, okay? And I guarantee that most of us can side with that and also compare to that. But that doesn't matter. We're not all fucking victims. Poor fucking you. Get off your ass and do something about it. Tired of this fucking waiting for handouts shit. I've been on Link. I grew up on welfare. I grew up on WIC and shit like that. You know, the goddamn government cheese and the fucking goddamn WIC milk, powdered milk. You know, that was helpful and that raised me. But at the same time, one of the worst things you can do for people is give them handouts because they never learn to do it on their own. And that's actually one of the things I've seen out of fucking my family and a lot of people who grew up like that. They didn't figure out how to fucking do it on their own. I got kicked out of the house at 15 because I fucked up. And I had to. I had no choice but to learn it on my own. And since then, I've been busting my ass to make sure that I got what the fuck I need and the people around me who I love got what they need. And I don't give a fuck what licks I got to pull off, what schemes and how many jobs I got to figure out. That happens. But what doesn't happen is I stand there with my fucking hand out, waiting for somebody else to pay for my motherfucking goddamn bills. I've taken advantage of it. I have done that. Like almost anybody I know has done. More so than I have ever. You know what I mean? Like, I got back from Iraq, and, you know what I mean? I heard we can get on unemployment, which there was a very big adjusting time to figure out how to not murder the people around you, because they pissed you off, and just, you know, like, talk to them or whatever you're supposed to do. But I went on unemployment, and, you know what I mean? And that helped out a lot. But I knew that, you know, 6 months in, something like that, I was just fucking the system. And I'm sure that any of you who's listening know how many people on Link or fucking goddamn Medicaid, some shit like that can afford to not be on that shit. I'm sure you know multiple people. If you're anything like me, back home, shit, I didn't know a person that actually fucking needed it. They were exploiting the system. I've exploited the system. And we're not mad at exactly those people. We're mad at the system. Do you understand? The system has to not create a welfare state like Obama did, okay? I voted for Obama. I'm not mad at him. He did what he thought was right, but what he thought was wrong in most cases. And one of them is a welfare state. One of them is handing people shit and then expecting them to get the shit together. You can't do that. If I keep handing you a fucking allowance every fucking week and then tell you, where's your job? Why the fuck you gonna get a job when I'm giving you an allowance for free? You can sit on your ass, get the same fucking shit, right? And then we introduced drug tests just recently to some of these links and unemployments and shit like that. I personally knew one motherfucker, one of my best friends, that immediately didn't go to the fucking meeting, cut off his goddamn unemployment. Like, I guess I'm not getting unemployment. Oh, because you don't want to stop smoking weed? Well, then that makes sense. If you're going to be getting taxpayers' money, then taxpayers probably don't want you to be a drug addict. Even if it's weed, if it's illegal, it's illegal. You know, I'm pro-weed movement, but at the same time, if it's illegal, you can expect the other taxpayers to be like, I don't want to pay for your fucking weed. Does that make sense? Why are we so illogical these days? So illogical. Is that a word? We don't use logic anymore. I'm so logical, it drives me and other people fucking crazy. And I know there's some of you out there that using complete logic, and the things that I'm saying are just like, oh my God, yeah. Just I've been thinking the same things, I've been talking about the same things. But you talk to some of these motherfuckers, and they're so illogical, you just get a Nazis. Because they have no fucking point. And I mean, like, you literally can't have a debate with them, or else they just scream that you're a Nazi, or, fucking Jesus Christ. I wouldn't even buy a Make America Great Again hat just because of the ramifications it comes with. I've been in college for the last fucking 5 years, and in the last 2, during this campaign, I've been incredibly intimidated of bringing up my own notions about politics in the classroom. And I'm not a little fucking guy. I don't have to be. I don't have to be fucking scared, but I don't want to get into the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to learn. I don't want my politics to mix with them. And there's been many cases where there was one class where this motherfucker stood up and like, any fucking Trump voters, I'll kick the shit out of it. Some shit like that. Very hostile right off the bat. And I stood up, and I had a leg brace on at the time because of my knee surgery, but I stood up, and I'm not a little guy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking Trump supporter. What are you going to do about it? And then the fucking teacher, flipped out right away. Like, guys, gentlemen. And it pretty much ended there. But this was that's all around college. You can't be right-sided. They want diversity everywhere, except for their ideas. You want diversity in gender, in fucking race, but you don't want diversity in ideology. You see how fucking stupid that sounds? You don't want anybody to think different than you, but you want everybody on your side to think different. Or be different. How do you have that many diverse people? 67 genders, how many different races, immigrants, what anybody you want on your side that you're trying to get that vote from, but you don't want a diversity in their belief because you want the fucking votes. I talk to my black brothers about this same situation, and they'll stick off of Hillary and Democrat shit like that, and we'll have a debate, an intellectual debate, which is beautiful. Unlike these fucking, social justice warriors, you can't even fucking say boo to. And I really had to say this to every one of them. None of the 5 that I'm thinking of right now didn't know that the Republicans were the Union. The Union was the Republicans. Lincoln was a Republican. The South were Democrats. Let me reiterate, the Confederates who were trying to fight and die to keep slavery were Democrats. The Republicans were the ones who stopped slavery. You got your priorities fucked, son. They've been lying to you since then to get your vote. That should show you right there that you got your shit a little fucked up. Okay, because they've been lying to you since. And that's okay. You can still be Democrat, but you can't be Democrat and be blind. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up that I'm even fucking favoring the right, because I never thought I'd do that. But the right now is being very rational. Incredibly rational. They're debating situations. They're trying to, negotiate a middle ground and using but and in my opinion and this is not a fact kind of shit fucking terminology in their media. That doesn't happen. CNN, MSNBC, all these motherfuckers, NBC, these cocksuckers are just stating whatever fact they want. You know what I mean? Like, whatever they want, whatever pushes their fucking agenda. And their agenda is to divide and conquer. And to keep you scared. The news is news when you're scared. When you're scared, you watch more news. There's a fucking hurricane. There's tornadoes coming. There's fucking goddamn World War III. Fucking nuclear bombs. There's fucking Antichrist in the White House. Anything to keep you scared keeps you watching. It gives them ratings when they keep you fucking scared. That's news. You scared equals news profit. Plain and simple. But now, it's a trend now to be so accepting. You know what I mean? Accepting of everybody. Why the fuck do I have to be accepting of you? I don't expect you to be accepting to me. I'm a fucking stereotypical dago and a wife beater and tattoos and fucking talk like an asshole, drinking a 40 and smoking a cigarette. And you can judge me all the fuck you want. That's your goddamn right. And you can be fucking gay, transsexual, whatever the fuck. That's your goddamn right too. But you know what is also my right? Is to fucking judge you. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. And I'll tell you what you guys are doing, man. Fucking the liberals are only hurting their own cause. I mean, if you can't see that by now, then you're fucking delusional. You guys are only hurting yourselves because most people didn't give a fuck about these agendas. You know what I mean? Didn't give a fuck about, you know, a racist agenda or a transsexual agenda. And they were just like, okay, you do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck. It's none of my business. But now, since you've been shoving it down their fucking throats for years, telling them they have to accept it, you're only making the matters worse. You're making bigots and racists where they didn't exist before because of your fucking agenda that you don't even realize didn't exist before you fucking made it exist. You know how you stop racism? Stop talking about it. Morgan Freeman said that shit. And you know that's a motherfucker. But, you know, how far are we going to go? Are we going to get to the point where we're civil warring again? Because that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, before 2 years ago, you know, not even 2 years ago. Yesterday, Christmas, I had my black brothers over here breaking bread with me without even any fucking goddamn discussion or even thought that we ain't supposed to be together. That's how the fuck it's supposed to be. And that happens all across the goddamn country. You know who's trying to fucking change that? The goddamn media. Goddamn government. Because you're easier to control when you're divided. It's one of the oldest tricks in the fucking goddamn war strategy book. Divide and conquer, motherfuckers. Don't be stupid. This is Gino, and I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas.